Hey, this is Digital Dave with another cryptocurrency and blockchain update. As you can probably tell, I have a special guest here with me today on this Zoom call, and I have Liam, also known as Skux, and Skux is with Skuxverse, which is an NFT project on OpenSea. And I probably didn't do it justice about exactly what your project does, but first of all, Skux, welcome to the phone call. Welcome to the Zoom call.
Thank you, mate. I really appreciate you having me. I've heard amazing things about you, and yeah, just grateful to get this opportunity. So thank you again.
Well, great. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate your time as well, and good to get you on here. And well, let's talk about what the heck is Skuxverse. What I don't want to ruin. I know a little bit about what you guys are doing, but I want to be educated about what you guys are doing as well, because your project was highly recommended by some others as well. And so you're building NFT Worlds. Well, no, I didn't say that right. Tell me what you guys are doing. I'll let you guys say it. I'm just going to screw it up.
Absolutely. So we're building a metaverse inside of NFT Worlds. NFT Worlds is kind of the big brother project to Skuxverse. They came out and gave us the platform, and we were very, very early adopters. So we utilized the NFT Worlds platform, and right now we're just creating all sorts of metaverse experiences, as well as giving our investors the full ownership of all the yields that come with the metaverse and all the success that we've had so far. So it's really nice. We've got all sorts of yields, right? So what we do at Skuxverse, we've got kind of two sides to the coin. We got the metaverse experiences that our investors are able to play and earn cryptocurrency. There's many events that we're going to be hosting, and challenges and quests and all sorts of in-game economy stuff going on inside of Skuxverse. But then the other side is just your sort of standoffish investors that aren't interested in actually playing. We make sure that we still distribute yields to every single person that's got a Skuxverse pass on the 10th of every month. So that's when our airdrop is. We airdrop what's called a world token, and that's the native cryptocurrency that's utilized in our metaverse that we're currently operating right now.
Okay, cool. So you're building Skuxverse. You're building it on top of NFT Worlds. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry, Carol.
Yeah. So let's start from the foundation. What exactly is NFT Worlds?
Yeah, good question. NFT Worlds is a metaverse platform that has basically been applied to the existing Minecraft ecosystem, right? So essentially acting as like a second layer on top of what's already a successful gaming platform, right? The NFT Worlds as an in-game currency called World, the proof of concept has already been achieved with the 140 million active users that are inside inside of Minecraft ecosystem. And now what NFT Worlds is doing is just onboarding the same players that are currently utilizing the Minecraft layer one, as I like to call it, because Minecraft is completely open source. There's no licensing infringements. They want essentially what NFT Worlds is doing to happen. And so ArcDev and Temp, who are the founders of NFT Worlds, they took full advantage of the opportunity in front of them. And so we're equipping these same players that are currently playing Minecraft with cryptocurrency wallets and rewarding them in a play to earn model. It's as simple as it gets. The foundation has already been laid. And right now, Skuxverse is just at a really big advantage because we're first movers in this industry. And so, NFT Worlds has been going pretty parabolic all year. It was a free mint, which has kind of started the trend in NFT projects right now. There's a very cool trend of founders giving out the free mint because it's basically saying, I'm going to walk the walk before I talk the talk, right? So, and since then it's hit an all-time high of 17 Ethereum floor. It's with the market right now, it's gone a bit lower than that. But it's all about accessibility when it comes to NFT Worlds. I was actually an early investor into Sandbox and Decentraland, which I'm sure all of your listeners and viewers and subscribers have heard about. They're kind of the mothership projects in the metaverse industry. They have over 1 billion market caps. And the reason after I was heavily invested into those projects, the reason I moved over to NFT Worlds, plain and simple, is the accessibility that comes with the NFT Worlds and the seamless onboarding experience that we get with our players that can already join and utilize what we have going on. So it just seems to be light years ahead in terms of infrastructure right now.
Okay, yeah. So NFT Worlds, they have a user base already of 140 million players, because there's 140 million Minecraft players. And so Skux, you're saying that these players can basically seamlessly go from Minecraft to NFT Worlds. Is that
yes?
Is that it in a nutshell, or?
Exactly. So what NFT Worlds has done is they've created what's called an NFT World Launcher. And how that works is you take an existing Minecraft server and you add a ton of modifications and new accessibility. And then suddenly we have a new sort of metaverse gaming experience that allows our players to not just enjoy the game, but to also own the assets inside the game, because we're equipping them with what's, the world cryptocurrency. And that with the NFT World Launcher, as soon as you enter in some of these NFT World projects inside of their servers, you automatically get equipped with a crypto wallet. So there's no confusing, go join this, go join that, go get verified on Coinbase, crypto.com. All of that's just taken away, and it's pretty much step one, step two. Enjoy Minecraft, enjoy making money while playing Minecraft, enjoy making cryptocurrency while playing Minecraft. So
okay, so without setting up or downloading a wallet, they automatically have a crypto wallet.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yeah.
So NFT Worlds is basically, could you say it's built on top of Minecraft? Is that accurate, or is it not accurate?
Yeah, that's what I like to say. So Minecraft being layer 1, NFT Worlds being layer 2, and then Skuxverse being layer 3. And it's actually quite funny because we're already seeing extra layers because of projects that are using our Skuxverse passes in their community wallet as a treasury, because they know the yields that we are currently obtaining as the largest holders of NFT Worlds. That's just another sort of piece of information about Skuxverse. Is we are currently the largest project that holds the most NFT Worlds, currently at 52 NFT Worlds.
52 NFT Worlds. And I want to talk about, I think you touched on it earlier, the NFT Worlds right now. What's the price of it? You said about 4 ETH for one NFT World?
Yeah, so the floor price is 4 ETH, but there is a ranking system. So these NFT Worlds can be staked and you can earn the world token, but the better ranked and I should say the lower ranked, so the top, obviously 5,000 of these NFT Worlds are going to yield more world distribution than the top 5,000 of these, and so on. So for Skuxverse, we were quite lucky when we were the early, first movers in this project. We were picking up top 1%, top 2%, top 3% NFT Worlds, which are currently being staked right now and earning us the highest distribution of the world token. So, and we distribute that to our token holders, for our Skuxverse holders.
Okay. So let me start back from the beginning here, because we have a lot of beginners that's going to be watching this, and there's still a lot of people are still trying to wrap their minds around NFTs, and I want to go in that. You either know NFTs by now or you don't, or you will learn the NFTs eventually. And we're really early when it comes to NFTs. All of us are. So the NFT world is built on top of Minecraft. Minecraft has 140 million player base already, so there's no additional marketing that needs to be done. Has a huge base. I mean, I don't know of any game that has a higher fan base than Minecraft, to be honest with you, that has more than 140.
Yep.
World of Warcraft doesn't even come close to Minecraft as far as user base. And so users can basically seamlessly play, switch on over, instead of just playing Minecraft, vanilla Minecraft, they can integrate NFT Worlds, and they can be earning world token. They can be, and also be creating and gathering NFTs. Is that accurate as well?
Yes, so you simply use the exact same Minecraft foundation. You go to direct connection, so that takes you to whichever server that you'd like to join. For our case, you type in Skuxverse, and you instantly join the metaverse that we are currently creating, that will be released on July 18th. So less than 3 weeks from now.
July 18th. Okay. Okay, so Skuxverse is the third layer, which is the layer built on top of NFT Worlds. And we had just a few minute talk before this, because I'm really, again, I'm here to get educated as well. because this is a very it can be a confusing space. It's a very complex space. It's changing all the time, and it's so dynamic. So as an ROI perspective, I don't want to talk about, what's going to be the better investment or what, but maybe I will a little bit. So as an ROI perspective, because people who's watching this, primarily they're investors and gamers as well. People want to play to earn, and they want to earn it, income. Maybe they can make a full-time job by playing games. Maybe they're a full-time job by playing in the Skuxverse. Who knows? So these players can be on NFT Worlds, or if they have a Skux Pass, which is your third layer. This is basically a whole metaverse built on top of NFT Worlds. Are we on? Exactly. Are we on the right track here?
Yep, exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
Okay. So now let me get back to this. So NFT Worlds, you say, is approximately 4 ETH, and you said it was as high as 17 ETH, and that was when ETH was like $3,000 or $4,000 as well. Yeah. So it was like it's really come down quite a bit. Now, for an ROI perspective, it's possible that your Skux passes could have a better ROI potential, because tell me again, sorry, what is one of your Skux passes? How much are they now? What's the floor price on those?
We have some ranges of different Skuxverse passes. We have red, blue, and gold. The red and blue act as the exact same yielding status, but they are used for our teams inside of Skuxverse. So if we were to host an event, which, for instance, we have a gladiator world right now, we would host blue team versus red team gladiators. But as far as yields go, they get the same every month, and then Gold Pass gets a higher yield foundation, which can be found in our Discord. But the floor price right now for a regular pass is 0.19, and then the floor price for a Gold Pass is around 2 Ethereum. So you can see quite a substantial difference in that because of all the extra utility that comes with the gold token. And currently there's single-digit gold tokens listed on OpenSea out of the 777 that were created, because only 10% of our total supply is gold tokens. The rest are your standard blue and red tokens.
Okay. Now you said 777. Did you mean 7777 gold passes?
So 7,777 total passes, but only 10% are gold. So around that 770 mark. Yeah.
777 is gold. Okay, and the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a grand total of 77 of the Skux passes. I mean, I'm actually getting excited now. The more I'm talking with you, because this is really kind of our. We did chat. I got to be honest. We had about 3 weeks ago. We had a chat, and I'm still at that time though. Way before this call, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around. Okay, I get Minecraft very well. I get NFT Worlds extremely well. Now the third layer was just another. I guess I needed a third layer in my mind to really figure this out. So now I'm starting to grasp it now, because you also said too, Skux, you said that this might be the fast track, because if somebody can buy an NFT World for 4 ETH, or they can buy Skux Pass for we'll just say for clean math 0.2 ETH, maybe a little bit less than that. This could be a higher yield, and also people that own a Skux Pass, they can also, you said they will or may get World Token, which is a ticker WRLD. Airdrops. Is that correct?
Yeah. I'll do a quick brief of what I, determine as the difference between buying an NFT World and buying a Skux Pass, because I think both are very good options, valuable options. But here's why there would be a difference. So for NFT Worlds, you're going to buy one and you're going to immediately get 100% of that NFT World staking yield. You're going to stake it. But then you're kind of given the responsibility of creating some sort of metaverse infrastructure, right? I had tons of people reaching out to me because we have at Skuxverse an in-house building team. So we have a ton of Web3 just elite developers that work full-time for Skuxverse and exclusively for Skuxverse until we deem them able to take on other contracts, which I do. But I have people reach out to me saying, hey, I just bought an NFT World. This is kind of the concept I was trying to achieve. What do you think? And I say, great, let's jump on a call. Let's make some plans. I can get my builders working for you. I don't take any profits from my Skux builders because I believe in just making the entire ecosystem more efficient. So whatever they pay goes to the builders, and I don't take any middleman fees. But if you buy an NFT World, long story short, it would be almost a disservice to not build anything on top of it. Now with the Skux Pass, you're going to get 100% of the yields that we make from staking, from renting. So we already have multiple projects that are renting subsections of Skux City, the same Skux City that's going to be released in July 18th. We have already partnerships that are paying us with the World Token, multiple different, lucrative collabs that we have with these guys. But as a Skuxverse holder, you're going to get 100% of the staking yields, 100% of the renting yields, but most importantly, 100% of the play to earn yields. So that means when we have all these, tens of thousands of members inside of Skux City using our in-game virtual shops to buy armor, upgrades, fashion, real estate, automobiles, all these creative avenues of income, that gets 100% distributed to our token holders as well. So every single aspect of the metaverse, we allow our token holders to own that, and we don't take a single piece of the pie.
Okay, I mean that's cool. How are you able to pass 100% of the yields on to the pass holders?
Royalties. We've made over $10 million US in royalties on OpenSea. We're around 4,500 ETH traded. A lot of this ETH was traded, like you mentioned, back when it was worth $3,000. And the fortunate thing for Skuxverse, which is keeping us above water during this bear market, is that we paid all of our 2022 budget in advance. So that means I paid my workers, my developers, my software engineers. I had paid them in advance before this bear market. So for the rest of 2022, no matter what happens, we're going to be building, we're going to be developing, we're going to be maintaining, we're going to be hosting events, we're going to be doing all this fun stuff, and it's already paid for. So for overhead expenses and for my own staff, to pay them, it just comes out of the royalties on OpenSea, the secondary sales. That's what we use for our expenses.
All right, that makes sense. So, and I think you said earlier too, you have your own in-house development team that's creating this metaverse built on top of NFT Worlds, which is built on top of Minecraft, right? So, and I repeat this because it helps me learn as well. And I know other people like for me to repeat stuff too. So it's all part of people learn differently. So that's really cool. Now, if somebody, if they buy a Skux pass or they buy several passes or whatever, what if they have no technical prowess, if they don't want to be a gamer, what do they do with the pass? Obviously, they can just buy them and flip the NFTs, just like a lot of people do on OpenSea. But what else would be involved though? Let's say somebody wanted to do more than just flip the passes. Let's say, the price, whatever, the floor goes up, whatever. What's the next step though? They have a Skuxverse pass. What's their next step?
So if you just are an investor that has no sort of, you're not interested in gaming and jumping inside the metaverse, that's absolutely fine. We are going to give you this airdrop regardless. There's no staking mechanism involved, because I'm not a huge believer in staking mechanisms. I think that creates too much turmoil with the trading volume, because obviously limited supply. Plus, I want to give all token holders the freedom to sell, buy, and trade anytime they want. So we don't have a staking mechanism. We give you guys the airdrop regardless, and we have a yields calculator in our Discord, so you can go ahead and take whatever pass you own, put it into our calculator, and figure out what you're going to make every month on the 10th. But as far as what the next step is, if you're an investor that doesn't want to be a gamer, there is no next step. We're going to take care of it for you. We're going to airdrop all of your world tokens on the Polygon network, so we avoid all gas fees. And if you wish to liquidate, that's totally up to you. I encourage investors or players to at least jump into the metaverse and check out the in-game economy. Once we have, released Skux City, there's going to be plenty of different assets inside the game that you can take advantage of, as well as buy, sell, and trade. So it doesn't just end at the Skuxverse pass. If you'd like to go into the game and buy a vehicle or some gold shining armor, that can be traded for world tokens and then liquidated to US dollar, Ethereum, whatever. It's out of my hands. I don't encourage the liquidation. I have structured Skuxverse to be to engage our players and to spend and create a strong economy. But of course, there's going to be there's going to be members that aren't interested in playing, and they're going to stand on the sidelines, and they're still going to get airdrops regardless, the same amount of airdrops that any other player would do. The only advantage that they're missing out on is inside of Skuxverse, we're going to be hosting events that are designated for Skuxverse token holders to profit the most out of, if that makes sense. So if we're hosting an event, like we have exotic pet racing, so members can own a lion, a snake, a parrot, anything they want, and they're going to do races, and they can win world token through that avenue. And that's sort of an advantage that you'd get if you were to jump inside the metaverse. There's plenty of world token ways for you to increase your income.
Yeah. Okay. Now you said so the Skux City is going to be released on July 18th. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is it going to utilize all 52 of the NFT worlds that you own, or is it going to be a portion of that?
So the cool thing about NFT Worlds is one single NFT world is literally everlasting. So I was an early investor, like I mentioned, into Sandbox and Essential, but my biggest problem was one, the accessibility, and two, the total size of every single plot of land that was brought and sold with the Sandbox and Essential. It was giving you sort of a 25 by 25. Minecraft is endless. You're right. The Minecraft server is endless. So what we're doing with Skuxverse is we're going to use our very best NFT world, our top 1% NFT world. We have multiple of them, but our very, very rarest. And that's where we're building Skux City. And that's the only NFT world that we're going to build on. We're going to create massive infrastructure. We've got the city already built currently. We're building the real estate, which you and I can talk about in a little bit. But as far as the rest of these 51 NFT worlds go, and we're going to be buying more and more, those are going to be rented out to up and coming projects for them to on a monthly basis. So let me give you an example. If you had a NFT out there right now that had no metaverse utility, it was just a PFP, it had really great art. What those projects can do is reach out to us, and they have been reaching out to us, and they can rent one of our NFT worlds. They can sort of trial and error, see what the metaverse utility looks like for their own project, and then decide if they want to buy one. We're just going to give them a cheaper entry point to see if it works right for them. And we've had a lot of success in that department so far. So long story short, right now we're just using the one NFT world. We will use more for separate experiences. If we were to really like just a little bit alpha here, I'm going to be going into the dating, sort of online dating industry, and we're going to make an NFT world designated for people to meet up, socialize, and create some sort of online dating ecosystem. But unless it's a completely unique experience, unless it is a completely unique experience, it's going to be built on Skux City.
Okay, cool. No, that sounds really cool. What other activities and events do you see to be in the Skux City? You're talking about races, maybe arena. Is it going to be arena battles? Is it going to be?
Yep.
What else do we look forward to?
So yeah, what we with our massive in-house building team, what we pride ourselves on is the ability to build experiences for every unique investor's wildest dreams. So we are creating tons of different experiences. We have exotic pet racing, we have gladiators, we've got a golf world. So that one's a really popular one. We're currently, it's under maintenance right now because we're fixing a few bugs. But as far as that goes, we've got countless members that bring on one of their potential investors to go and enjoy our golf metaverse. We have in-game voice proximity chat, so that allows our members to speak with each other while they're playing a golf game, talking to one of their business partners. And then I could go on for an hour about all these experiences that we're building, but I'll tell you two of them that I'm really excited about. We have a sporting stadium and we have a massive concert arena. So with these two, we're going to be hosting massive sporting events. We currently have a partner. It's under an NDA, so I can't go too far into it. But we have a massive influencer, entertainer, movie producer that's going to be signing with Skuxverse in the coming month. And they're going to be utilizing our sporting arena for their event hosting. So what that's going to look like is, let's use an example. If they were a basketball fanatic, then they're going to be able to use our sporting stadium to host basketball games and, putting celebrities inside these basketball games, letting members of Skuxverse enjoy and watch and participate and enjoy some of this, halftime show, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to have a cost to enter. So we're going to be selling tickets to these sporting arenas. And those tickets are just part of the in-game economy yields that go back to our token holders. So what you'll see is public members joining Skuxverse. So people that don't own Skuxverse tokens, they'll be jumping into Skux City, joining the sporting events, maybe going to the concert arena to listen to one of their favorite artists, and then paying X amount of world tokens to enjoy that experience. And those world tokens are sent back to our Skuxverse holders, giving them, the true harness of everything going on inside of Skux City.
So there could be passive income flows of the world token from the airdrops, but there could be other income opportunities as well, just by holding a Skux pass. Is it that simple, or is it not that simple?
It is that simple, mate. It is that simple. It's like on the 10th of every month, we've already distributed over 1 million world tokens, and we're only on month 3. This is a pretty new concept we're achieving here, but it's going very well so far. But with those yields, everything's included, whether it's, like I said, whether it's the staking, whether it's the renting, but the in-game yields, that accumulates for everything. So that's tickets sold, that's anything that's spent inside our games. And we've already equipped our metaverse with tons of different shopping experiences for our users, both public and token holders, to enjoy. And those tokens, that cryptocurrency that's spent inside of our Skuxverse metaverse is distributed 100% to our token holders on the 10th of every month. So there's countless streams of world token and cryptocurrency that goes to our token holders on every month on the 10th.
Okay, wow, that sounds really cool. Yeah, I mean, it sounds awesome. Let me just talk about World Token a little bit too. Viewers and members always want to know what's the next hot crypto to buy. And I know we don't know what's going to happen with World, but we do know the history of World, though. I mean, you probably know a lot more than I do. I've looked at World before as well. I know it. It's obviously collapsed in price like everything else has. But what was the highest price of World Token before at its peak, and what was its highest mark on coin market cap, and where is it at now?
So the all-time high for the World Token was around 64 cents US dollar. That was before all of the metaverse infrastructure was in place. That was pretty much when the idea was trending. So when the founders of NFT Worlds, when I was, this was back in February, I was jumping on Twitter Spaces, talking in front of thousands of members, explaining what's going to happen to the World Token. And upon that speculation, things went crazy. But we've seen the retrace because of all of the projects like Skuxverse that are currently building, right? Like there's not a lot of finished products out there because it's only, there's the trend of building on top of NFT Worlds has only been around since January. We were the first to do it, but we won't be the last. We're not even close. There's currently hundreds of projects building on top of NFT Worlds. Some of them, doing really good. Some of them struggling. Whatever the case is, they're utilizing the World Token as their in-game currency, and they're creating sinkholes for that World Token. So in other words, there's going to be a lot of avenues that World Token enters and then doesn't come out of, and limiting the circulating supply. It's currently around 3 cents US, which is, tragically low in my opinion. I don't really speculate on floor prices, but to be honest, this World Token is the in-game currency of all projects building on the NFT Worlds ecosystem. So it is tragically low. And I guess the highlight, if I was going to say the very highlight of the World Token, is that it's gasless. So that means if you're going to go inside of Skuxverse and you're going to buy, a $3 pickaxe because you want to go mine some gold inside of Skuxverse, you're going to only spend 10 World Tokens, but you're not going to put on an excess $80 worth of gas fees. It's literally just going to be the standard price point of what we put up for sale. And that is literally the backbone to the World Token. The way it's been optimized and gas efficient, that the founders of NFT Worlds are developers, guys. They're not just, people that have come up with a crazy idea and then paying other people to bring it to fruition. The ArcDev is one of the best developers in the NFT industry. There's other projects that are actually reaching out to him, massive projects like CloneX, right? That they have founders reaching out to ArcDev asking, how can we optimize our contracts to, bring something similar to the World Token? And whether he's giving out his secrets, I'm not sure. But that's what I love about the World Token, is that you can buy, sell, and trade with it and not have to have all these hefty gas fees.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Interesting about the history of World Token. About yes, it's reduced quite a bit. And I just want to say to the viewers here that World Token, who knows where the price is going to go for World Token, but we do know the history, and people can make their own decision from that. A high of 64 cents, it's now 3 cents. It is a real token used in a real economy, and in the NFT Worlds metaverse, and into Skuxverse and these other worlds that are being built on top of NFT Worlds. So it is, yeah. So it does have utility within this metaverse. So that's all we can say. We can't say, oh, this thing's going to be $1 in a year or whatever.
Yeah.
I, I want to talk more about, use case. Here's why, I like to look at cryptos that have use cases. And a lot of them that have really exceptional use cases are still tragically low, as you said earlier, low in price. But when use case, here's my belief, is that the price will eventually catch up if a token or coin has an excellent use case and there's a lot of users, millions in this case here, potentially millions of users. I believe the price will eventually reflect what its true value is. Who knows what the true value is? So I can't even say what the true value is. But utility is paramount. And when it's actually used, there's other cryptos that they're used heavily, has a nice economy with them. I think eventually all these are going to catch up in price. So want to talk about that real quick about World. It looks like the Skux passed. Maybe it's going to be a good for a lot of these users. Now, you said you have the first user advantage for building on top of NFT Worlds. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've been picking them up before they even breached one Ethereum full price. We've been picking them up.
Okay, who would be your quote unquote competitor? Or
well,
do you have any competitors?
I mean, if you were to give me a competitor, I would have to mention people outside the NFT Worlds ecosystem, because I've made it very clear that any project working inside the NFT Worlds ecosystem is part of the wolf pack, right? I have started that trend as well, where we're a brotherhood. We're all furthering the use case of the World token, like we discussed. There's no competition inside the NFT World ecosystem. I can tell you that right now. There's some really cool experiences out there. There's some projects like White Sands that are only dealing with the real estate. There's projects like Hero Galaxy that are providing insane mini game experiences. Skuxverse is trying to be sort of the hub where we have a bit of everything involved with us, but it's hard to say that there, definitely not any competitors inside the NFT Worlds ecosystem for us right now.
Okay. Now, NFT Worlds / Skuxverse would be a competitor to, say, Sandbox, though, in a way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. So let's talk about Sandbox. So I have mentioned Sandbox before. I don't know if I made a video about it or if I mentioned it in my group. I know I at least mentioned in my group about Sandbox. I said, I think Sandbox is going to be a pretty big deal. ROI wise, it looks like NFT Worlds, or even more so, Skuxverse could have a better ROI. This is my guess only, and I'm just looking at the market cap of Sand and Sandbox is a lot higher than, let's say, World token for one. The floor price of what is the floor price of Sandbox? Do you know by chance?
It's above 1 Ethereum. It's below 2 the last time I checked it out. Around 1.6, I would say.
Okay, for Sandbox. Okay, so basically, an investor or a gamer could buy like a cheap Sandbox, a very a cost-efficient Sandbox, possibly having a higher ROI potential with what you're offering here with your metaverse built on top of the NFT Worlds. I mean, it all sounds it sounds really exciting. So you said basically you have no competitors within NFT Worlds, because everybody's building their own. They're having their own creation. I guess what we look at is that it's like saying an artist. Does an artist have a competitor, like a painter? Not really, because they have their own style. They have their own art style. And creators within Skuxverse or on NFT Worlds, they have their own art style. They have their own experiences. There's golf, there's real estate, there's other things that you're talking about. So really, I think essentially everybody helps each other. That's right?
When I do my airdrop on the 10th, because we haven't released Skux City yet and we don't have a finished product until July 18th, I tell every single one of my guys that receive my airdrop, I tell them to go spend it on all of these different projects that are currently working on the NFT World ecosystem. They take my World tokens or the Skuxverse World tokens that are distributed, and they go and spend them within the ecosystem. And again, creating those sinkholes for the World token to get to and stay put, right? So no competition. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. What's the difference? Okay, you told me about the red and the blue passes, which are essentially the same, but there might be some competitions or some events that for the red only, for blue only, but essentially they're exactly the same. Now, what is the advantage of the gold pass?
Yeah, so the gold pass, it receives, I can find this for you. I'll make sure I have the exact number by the end of this interview, but I'm going to say it's around 25% extra yield per month for the gold pass. as well as an extreme amount of in-game utilities. So one of the in-game utilities that come with the Gold Pass is we build you out a unique mansion, so a piece of real estate that's going to come with its own NFT. So Skuxverse in July is releasing another NFT collection. It's just going to be regarding our real estate that comes with all of the passes currently circulating. We haven't created our, snapshot date where we say, okay, anyone holding now is the owners that will get the airdrop from the real estate. We haven't created that snapshot date yet, but when it comes, what's going to happen is every single holder is going to get a free NFT. So we're not squeezing the market for more Ethereum. We're dropping it for free on the Polygon network to avoid gas fees. But every single holder is going to get a piece of real estate. Red and blue is going to get like an apartment, townhouse, right? But a Gold Pass is going to get a mansion. All of these pieces of real estate will come with in-house utilities, so they can display their own NFTs inside their house, and we provide links to go send people to go buy their mutant ape or their clone X or their cool cat, whatever the case is. But there's plenty of other utility. There's going to be event hosting. So if you're a Gold Pass owner, you own this mansion, and you want to reach out to some of your buddies and host a poker tournament, you can then create house rules. And so every single hand that's played with this poker tournament, X amount, maybe it's 5%, goes to you as that real estate owner. Okay, so that's cool. That's a massive piece of utility that we provide. Yeah.
Another passive income opportunity. Now, I like the mansion idea. That's really cool. Can someone, a Gold Pass holder gets a mansion. Is that mansion an NFT itself, or does that attach to that Gold Pass?
NFT itself. So two separate NFTs. Once we release this NFT collection for the real estate, a gold token holder could go and sell his mansion and keep his gold token and continue to get the yields every month from Skuxverse, but obviously wouldn't own that piece of real estate, wouldn't be able to host his own events and display whatever he wanted, etc.
So all these NFTs are going to be will be on OpenSea under Skuxverse, is that right?
Yeah,
so everything. Okay, so all those NFTs, there's going to be hundreds of them. Probably going to be thousands of NFTs on there.
Yes.
It's all going to be listed on there. When do you think, realistically, we would really start to see a true economy going on? I know you said that the Skux City is going to be launching on the 18th of July. When do you think there's really going to be like just people coming in and really starting to play and creating content and trading NFTs? What do you see? Maybe by end of year. What do you see by end of year?
Well, end of year is going to be incredible. If we were to rewind back to actual release date, what we're actually doing is we've got a marketing budget. So we're going to release a marketing campaign that the second Skux City is released, we're going to be hosting some pretty big artists to debut Skux City. So we're going to be hosting some pretty big music concerts, some sport, like we talked about earlier. There's a bit of, I obviously can't say names until the contracts are signed, but we're going to be having some pretty big names that are going to be utilizing our sporting arena and our music. And what we're going to do is we're going to onboard as many players as we can in the month of July. So late July, we're going to look at tens of thousands of new players enjoying Skux City, and then there's going to be a bit of a retrace once the major influencers and the artists and stuff have already performed and left. Then we're going to be we might see a bit of a drop off there, but it'll end up correcting itself. And I believe by August we'll see a very strong in-game economy. We're going to see people flexing whatever items they have, whether it's fashion, armor, vehicles, real estate, all of the above. And so I don't think it's going to take till the end of the year. I think we're definitely pushing for results quickly during our beta test. We don't want to have too much stagnant time where we release the experience, but we don't offer all the utility that comes with it. We're not going to do that because we're obviously going to lose a lot of traffic that way. So we're pretty well set up to release about 80% of the in-game utility upon debuting Skux City.
Okay, so that's just around the corner then. That's awesome. Yeah. How do you get all these players to come over? How do you quote unquote advertise to get all these Minecraft players to hop aboard to NFT Worlds and Skuxverse?
Currently, in the NFT Worlds ecosystem, there's over 50,000 unique wallets that are holding the world token on the Polygon network. That's not to mention the holders that are just strictly investors that are holding the world token on the Ethereum network. We're talking about the Polygon network has over 50,000. And why that's important is because that means that over 50,000 investors are prepared to actually play inside these games, because for the world token to be on the Polygon network, that means that they're utilizing the gasless transactions that will happen inside these metaverses. And so immediately we're going to have the exposure to 50,000 plus members of the NFT Worlds ecosystem. But then pushing that envelope even further with our Skuxverse team, my project manager and a bunch of our lead developers and software engineers, they actually have these massive connections with the top Minecraft influencers that are currently displaying their experiences inside of Minecraft. We have connections to these influencers, and we're going to be utilizing our marketing budget, which is in fiat right now. We transferred our Ethereum to fiat a few months ago, just because we want to be more safe on the safe side. But then we're going to be unleashing this marketing campaign to these Minecraft influencers to bring in additional exposure. And I think my thing is, I'm so confident in our Skux City experience that we're not paying these guys to say, this is so amazing, this is so great. We're just paying them to literally jump on the Twitch stream or jump on their YouTube channel and just play and just give their viewers and their subscribers their honest perspective, because that's how confident we are that they're going to really love what they're doing inside of Skux City.
Okay. How could a Skuxverse pass owner or member, what could they do to increase to get value besides, well, whatever, I guess being an influencer, say, hey, buy this or whatever, which I'm not recommending anyone to buy. I'm just telling the information for the viewers. I'm presenting information. If this looks good to you, then go for it. If not, then move on to the next thing. But I want to hear your thoughts. So what do you think?
Yeah, so Skuxverse Pass is obviously an asset in itself. It allows the holder to be eligible for the airdrop every month. But if you want to go further and increase value of your Skuxverse exposure, we actually are allowing our in-house builders of over 100. We have access to 100 plus freelancers that work for Skuxverse currently. We're allowing our token holders to utilize our builders. So what I mean by that is, if yourself, Dave, if you owned a piece of real estate inside of Skux City and you weren't happy with what the initial layout looked like, you are going to be able to utilize our builders to then enhance your piece of real estate. So you can build it, you can make it bigger, you can make it a certain theme. So if you want to make a mini spa retreat sort of visit for holders, you can do whatever concept you want, and our Skux builders are going to be on hand, ready to work for our Skuxverse token holders. So
really,
that's probably my favorite mechanism is with our in-house builders, is that they're going to be working on hand 24/7 to bring our token holders dreams to life. Whatever they want to create, we're giving them the full experience to own that metaverse.
Okay, so let me reiterate. So you mean a token holder? You mean a pass holder of the 77 passes you have? So if somebody has a pass, they have their own little metaverse with that pass. If they want to build a house, they want to build a golf course. So your developers will help them with that.
Yeah, and we'll be giving them like supreme rates. It obviously wouldn't be sustainable if we did it free of charge, but the rates are going to be so low that it's going to be, pretty much any concept is going to be beneficial to the token holder. I like how you mentioned the golf course, because totally. A mansion, someone with a mansion who's got that, massive square footage, they could just erase the mansion and put a golf course up, and then charge players, 10 world tokens to join their golf course. And then on top of that, they could have an automated prize system that gives X amount of world tokens for hole-in-ones, for the best score of the day, tons of incentives for members of the public, not just token holders, not just Skuxverse holders, members of the public that are enjoying the Skuxverse experience to come in and take advantage of whatever they're doing with their individual piece of real estate.
Okay, well, that's awesome. Wow. So maybe I'll get you guys to build a big giant arena to have the Crazy for Cryptos party. We have a virtual party. Right. We got
a statue for you already, mate.
You got a statue. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great, man. No, I mean, for you guys to better create content, create NFTs for the pass holders, and I know you can't do it for free, but the fact that you're accessible to do that, because a lot of people don't know where to go if they want content builders, content creators. They don't know where to go, right? But you guys already have a team. How big is your team, by the way?
Our immediate team is over 30, but our access is hundreds. So we won't, all I'm saying is we won't have a job too big, because we have so many workers that are, we call them freelancers because they're not exclusive to Skuxverse, but they're on hand anytime that we need to call. But we do have over 30 staff members that are exclusive to Skuxverse. And
so
these
basically
guys
30,
are the best.
So basically 30 on payroll.
Yeah, 30 on payroll. And these guys are the best of the best. We opened applications about 3 months ago. And since then, we've just been taking the most elite Web3 developers that we can find. And we're not cutting any corners. And the best thing is that Skuxity has such a great platform, because we're obviously the largest holder of NFT Worlds, that we have Web3 builders reaching out to us and wanting to apply to us. We're not going too far to find these guys, which is really nice. I take interviews pretty much every day, expanding our current staff, because honestly, Dave, the reason that I wanted to have such a big staff is not just for the Skuxverse efficiency. It's more the fact that many projects inside the NFT Worlds ecosystem have been sort of given, how do I say, they're given a handicap when they reach out to individual companies that have, Web3 builders that don't follow through with their promises, or they're not time efficient, or the communication's tragic. We skip all of those obstacles by having them in-house. And, I'm obviously in charge of these guys, so I can keep them accountable. And that's why I like to offer their services to every other project that's working inside of the NFT Worlds ecosystem, and just skip the unnecessary obstacles that seem to happen sometimes in the industry.
Okay. Yeah. Now that sounds great. Now, what I would like for you to do, if you don't mind, below the video, I'll put some contact information, your Discord, Twitter, and all that other stuff. Now, if people want to be a freelancer or maybe work for you full time as well, if people want to, because people wanting income opportunities right now, and Web3 is where it's at. We are so early, people don't really realize, but people are wanting to make income, side hustles or whatever. If you have information on that, I would love to put that contact information or whatever below the video description. That way they can get a hold of you, and maybe they can start making some money creating NFTs.
Totally. We're always hiring, guys. So if you're listening to this and you have any experience, or if you have no experience and you're really, really into this kind of stuff, we will give you the blueprint, and we will give you we'll equip you with the tools necessary to work for Skuxverse, because we will always be hiring, because we have so much work to be done, guys. We have years and years and years of work to be done. We're not looking at profit when it comes to the building side. We're looking at efficiency. That's all it is. So we can keep hiring.
Okay, cool. Good to hear. Yeah, I'm trying to provide as much value as possible. I want people to, if they make money with these passes, they want to flip them. That's great. If they can make passive income, that's great. If they can make income, by doing side hustles, working with you guys, that'd be great as well. By the way, this is not an affiliate call. I get no benefit whatsoever. If you guys go for it, if you want to buy a world token or NFT Worlds or Skux passes, I don't make anything out of this. So just let you guys know that this is not sponsored content whatsoever. So anything you want to add before we end this call?
Yeah, just that the culture of Skuxverse, guys. When it comes to the culture of Skuxverse, we're very open, we're very transparent, and the number one motto that we've had since day one is letting the token holder own the metaverse. So everything that comes with that, every single yield of cryptocurrency that comes with the metaverse comes with a Skuxverse token. And that's why I told Dave earlier, if you buy the Skuxverse token, you're kind of skipping the line when it comes to any sort of metaverse play, because we're creating the infrastructure for you guys. And that's just plain and simple. Okay,
that's awesome. So what's the next step for anybody that's interested? I mean, obviously they would go to OpenSea.io and find you that way, Skuxverse. And I'll have graphics guy to put across the screen, but what is SKUXX verse? Is that correct?
Absolutely. Skuxverse. Okay. And then theskuxverse.com is our domain.
Okay. Awesome. And you've got Twitter, you've got Discord, all this, so that people get on there and they can get on there, ask questions, they can chat, all that, if they have any questions or concerns. So, we'll put all that stuff, all the information below the video. So, hey, Skux, I really appreciate your time today. Your project has got me a lot more excited than when we first had a chat a few weeks ago, because I'm really just trying to wrap my head around this. You know, this is the third layer. And I get it now. I mean, something clicked, 30 minutes ago. It really clicked about what you guys are doing.
Awesome.
And I'm excited about this. And we'll see. Best of luck to you guys, and we'll see where this thing is in the next few months or by end of year. And I wish you guys the best. And I'll be watching this, obviously, and there'll be a lot of viewers and investors too, probably, that'll be watching this project too. So. Skux, hey, thanks again, and we appreciate your time. And hey, well, in the future, man, in the coming months or maybe near end of year, I'd like to see where your project's going. Maybe we can hop on another call.
Thanks, Dave. Look, I really appreciate you taking the time, and I'm having so much fun doing this, man. This ain't even a job to me. I love this stuff. So I'm looking forward to whenever we get a chance to reconnect again, and I'll constantly give you updates and whatever you're looking for. I'm completely transparent.
Okay, that's great. Your passion is apparent, and that's important, because when people lose their passion, then they lose everything else. That passion is the foundation. So that's good to hear that. So, all right, Skux, hey, appreciate your time again. And this is Digital Dave signing out. I'll see you guys next time.